I don't know if you've been here that evening that we talked about being, doing, and having. Okay, but what I think, beingness, and I understand beingness in the simplistic form as my being, my essence of who I am as perceived, thought up, and designed by God. That's who I am. It does translate in doing certain things that I can do, which will translate in things that I will have, the having part. But when I think of purpose, I think of, let's just stick with the beingness more than finding out what the doing is. Because for me, if I can put the two little theories that I hold in my head together, the being, doing, and having, purpose, potential. Potential falls under the doing. But that I don't want to discover when I discover beingness per se. Although it informs me. This guy can run quite fast. His beingness, he's maybe an athlete. This guy can play the guitar, the doing, so maybe he's a musician. It does inform us. But when we talk about identity and we take that as the primary thing that defines my identity, we're missing something. But if we can just let that rest and say, not potential right now, although we really appreciate it, understand it, want to discover it, live in it, express it, release it, let's just step one back and say, irrespective of what you can do, who are you? So it's a bit on a different level. But I agree with you. I was one of the snobs when I was young, because I knew why I'm here. And you don't know, and I'm the cell leader, so I splash mine, and you don't have an opportunity to talk. No, that is not good. It's very bad. That's why I would like to, just when you and I think now, remember we just take something, lift it out, but that something is always connected to many other things. But for now, just take it out and say, forget what the assignment is, forget what that one can do and how successful that. Let's just come back to understanding it from the point of view of God, that thought to say to Jesus before Jesus was tempted, the most severe temptation that any man could have to deal with was, you are my son. You are my daughter. It was more important for God to say, you are my son, than tell him, listen, Jesus, when you now go into the wilderness, trust me that you can do the whole thing of the turning the bread, of the stones into bread. Don't worry. You will be able to do that. And don't fall for that next temptation, because I will give you everything as well. You don't have to fall for the having what he's going to offer you. God didn't go in that kind of conversation with Jesus. He just stepped back and said, this is my son. And I love him completely, utterly, irrespective of what he can do or what he has. He is my son. So for Jesus, that fundamental, I'm his son. I'm his son. I do not have to doubt I'm his son. And that is a state of being more than what he can do with being a son of God, or what he can have or gain or possess by being a son of God. So just, if you can stay with me, I know this is connected to many other things, but just for now, if you can think of purpose as a state of being, more than what I can do, potential, more than what I can have, possession. Just take that thought of being courageous. You don't do courageous. He's being courageous. Even things that we might think is doing. She is mother. Yes. Never think you being mother, going through your phases and your thingies and feel redundant because you don't have a job and you net snot off and you maak doeke skoon and you do all those things that is not fundamentally the essence of who you are and what you bring to this life. She is mother. Yeah, absolutely. The world is definitely not there to say you being a mother is very... You see, I don't even have words to describe the greatness of being a mother. Because the world... Well, so jy doen nou deesdae niks daarvan dat jy kinders het nie. Nee, waar is jy? Waar kom jy vandaan?